was just performing a science experiment. How, you ask? By using my very own virtual lab, which I can easily access 24/7. You see, what these online labs do is emulate or imitate the operation of real labs and enable people to practice in a safe learning environment. But I guess the real question here is how these online labs impact education at all levels. Now let's go on a virtual adventure.
So class, after watching that flame test demonstration, can anyone tell me what the experiment tells us? Helena?
Huh? Oh, so a flame test tells us if there are certain elements present based on each element's characteristic emission spectrum.
The labs allow students to use their imagination and repeat experiments more than once to gain a better understanding of the process of it. A virtual lab aims for students remembering 75% or higher of what they learn because of the most important educational benefit, interactivity.
Virtual labs also have a very flexible concept of time, so students can access them whenever they need to. This is very beneficial as everyone learns at a different rate. A virtual laboratory can be used to simulate activities
which would be impractical, take too much time, or cost too much to do in the real world.
The labs alleviate financial burden from schools and institutions. They don't have to purchase expensive lab equipment. Instead, just use the remote tools at their disposal.
Legal reasons can also prohibit certain activities in real life.
Case dismissed. Before I continue, let me show you an example of what these labs actually look like and how they work. This demonstration is the first part of a bacterial identification experiment, showing different types of bacteria based on their DNA sequence. Awesome! Here is another demonstration now of a simple task, lighting a Bunsen burner. Virtual labs are very stimulating. One additional benefit of these labs relates to the students' futures. Students who possess this experience of technology may be more attractive to their future employers.
The job is yours.
However, these labs do have their disadvantages. A virtual lab may never respond all the time, and there are possibilities of technical difficulties. Don't you just hate that? It is also impossible to include all the environmental limits into the virtualization of the lab. Thus, a virtual lab will sometimes react differently to a real one. Now that you've learned all about virtual and remote laboratories and its impact on education at all levels, I think I've earned a break.